Hey guys, it's Rachel Youngson here from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. We're here with our weekly PLR Power Hour. This is our chance to talk about ways to use PLR, get resources from other PLR users, learn what's big in the PLR industry right now, and more than anything, to connect with each other as a community or carve out an hour of your week to work on your PLR. Today we have a special guest. Avery Wilmer is here, and she's going to show us how to use PLR to make content upgrades, which is really, really important, guys, because it goes in line with what we always talk about how you get your PLR, you want to repurpose that, then you want to get it out there. Hi, Audrey, good to see you today. Then you want to get it out there as quickly as possible. So Avery is going to help us a little bit with that today. Avery, can you hear me?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Miss Avery. Yes, I can. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Thank you so much for coming and chatting with us today. I really appreciate it. I know my folks have been looking forward to this. Me too.
I'm glad to be here.
Would you, I'm going to go ahead and pass the host off to you. Do you have, I assume you may have slides or anything you want to share, or?
No, I don't actually have slides, but I can do screenshots.
That would be perfect. Let me go ahead and make you the host.
Okay.
All right, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna hit share my screen here with you. Is that okay?
Yep, that's perfect.
All right, so here's my desktop, pretty little background.
I like that.
I am going to show you how to use a white label perks package. Is that cool? Does that sound like fun to you?
That sounds great. And white label perks, that is Kelly McCausey's baby, right?
Yes, I'm actually a partner with her. I create the content over there.
Oh, that's great. Well, if you have an affiliate link for that for us, or, you know, feel free to drop that in the chat box.
I'll be happy to shoot you a link to the main site, but I mean, I'm a partner along with Sam and Kelly, and the three of us run this together, and we just dig that, doing that. Let me see, there is a button to share this, the chat. Let me post that link in there for you. All right, there's the link to the White Label Perks site. And we do business and marketing as well as self-development topics, and we also have a few printables and some graphic bundles, as you can see here. Since I'm going to show you how to implement a content upgrade from White Label Perks, I'm going to go into the business and marketing category because I have a website here. I don't know if it's going to load, but my website is more geared toward business and marketing, so I'm going to choose a package on that side. If you have a website that's more personal development and you're encouraging people, then you obviously choose the personal development side. It just really comes down to what your goal is and what you do with your audience. There are tons and tons of packages to choose from here. I'm going to look through and just pick one right quick. I know that my lovely Sam, I like this one, creating sequences for email marketing. I write all of this content, and actually though, Kelly is behind the brains behind a lot of this. So she tells me a lot of what needs to go into it. And this is the page for it, creating sequences for email marketing. Here's the title. This is a business and marketing content package. It contains 5 blog posts, and you can see them all here. But we also went a step further, and we always turn those 5 blog posts into a workbook. And that's what I'm going to use for our content upgrade. I'm not sure if they have a picture of the full workbook. Yes, here's the workbook. You can see it here. It has the e-cover and the graphics already included, along with our little journal area. I don't know if you can see it, but it's there. There are 3 questions after each post, and it's about 10 to 12 pages. I'm going to pull this up. We have a Dropbox folder over here. Let's see, this was creating email sequences. Creating email sequences. I'm going to hit the find, because if you were a White Label Perks customer, you would log into the area over here. Actually, let me scroll up. You would actually hit client login here. I'm not a customer. It's because I'm a partner on the site. It's kind of weird for me to have an account, so I don't really have one. Let me find this, creating email sequences. Creating, yes, okay, and I'm just gonna grab the zip. I'm gonna download this. I'm downloading it to my desktop. Pop that in there. Okay. And then I will pull this over here, and that is going to download. Now, depending on your internet speed, it might take a second to download these. Sam includes, if I'm going to scroll up here for you a second, Sam includes 10 beautiful graphics, and she's not just including the JPG files, she also includes the actual PSDs. So let's say that you wanted to change the word celebrate to purple because your branding's purple or whatever. You could totally do that because you have the PSD files. Another thing that I love what Sam does here is she takes these graphics and she actually saves the text separately. So if you are in let's say you're in a more masculine niche, then you could tease your subscribers with a launch series. You could actually take the text and put that on a more masculine image if you wanted to. You don't have to, but it's just one of those cool little things that Sam does. So you actually get 3 copies of every image then. You get a JPG, which is the actual image that you see here, only it's the right size, it's bigger. This is just a small preview. You also get a PSD that you can edit, and you get the, Sam calls it the typography. I don't know, I call it just the font. But that's what she calls it. So I love that about her, that she just makes all the graphics so pretty, and she really has such an eye for it. I've seen so much of her work. All right, and then we also in the package are going to have 30 quick social blurbs. We'll have those, so we'll use those. And then this is a little CTA area, and what it is you see this graphic here, you can put it at the end of a blog post so that when you click here for access, you can set it up so that someone will automatically have a pop-up box for your mailing list, and they can subscribe and have the workbook sent to them. So that's pretty cool. And as you can see down here at the bottom, we're almost done with the download, but we're going to keep going for a second. We have the web book. This is the printable workbook down here. This is basically the workbook again, only with just the questions. And that's really cool when you're looking to print it. I will, for the sake of my tutorial here, I'm just going to use the main journal area right here. The workbook. Let's see. That's a printable workbook. This is what we call the journal. Okay, so I'm going to use the web-ready journal because I expect most of my people are probably going to download this digitally. But if I were, say, teaching a class and using this PLR, or if I knew that, a lot of my customers and clients were older and likely to print it out, then I would use this printable workbook version. So it really kind of comes down to what works best for your audience. And that's something to keep in mind. So, okay, we have finished our download. I'm going to just extract everything right quick. And I'm just pulling, this will let me get to all of the beautiful things Sam creates. Okay, and you can see we have a license here. It basically just tells you what you can and can't do. We're pretty cool with most of the stuff. Don't pass along PLR rights, and you cannot use this content on Amazon Kindle because Amazon Kindle does not allow that. But pretty much everything else is pretty cool. So then we have every white label perks. Well, most white label perks packages are divided into 2 sides, the content and the content perks. And I'm going to show you what's in the content. In the content, I have blog posts. That's all 5 posts right here, broken down. Then back here, I have shareable graphics. And these are the PNG. Okay, so these are the PNG overlays. These are the cool text I was telling you about that Sam does. I don't know if it'll load. Sometimes my computer goes a little funky on this, but Sam does, yes, see, your subscribers want to hear from you. So I could take this and put this on any image of my choosing. If for some reason I didn't like the graphics that Sam chose. Okay, I'm going to go back to shareable graphics. Here are the PSD files. I'm not going to open one because they take a second to open, but they're there. These are the social graphics that Sam designs. See, this is the graphic that goes with the PNG overlay that I just opened. Okay, So then I'm going to go back over here. Now that you've seen the content shareable graphics, these are the social media posts, and that's just the whole 30 list of them. Back here in content perks, this is that call to action promo graphic you saw on the website right here. So we're going to hold on to that. This is the e-cover. Okay, I don't need that right now. I have the email autoresponder. This is actually a series of emails that can be sent out to my list. Once I've uploaded all the content, I can create a little, I forget what you call it in Aweber. It's not a broadcast. I think it's like a campaign in there. And here's the journal and the workbook. Okay, this is the printable copy. So it has just the graphics, just the questions, I believe. I'm trying to pull this up and we'll see. I like the, yes, I think the printable is just going to be our questions. Yeah, the printable is just our questions. So this is not the one I want. I want the journal here. Sam always puts these together and she does a fantastic job. All right, now I have the journal. What I'm going to do, obviously, if you want to, you can stop here and edit the content. Hold on, I'm not in, okay, I didn't click the right button. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me reopen. Now, if you look at the top here, there's a yellow bar that says enable editing. It hits protected view. Microsoft Word does that with documents they don't recognize all the time. It's just one of those features they do to try to save you from yourself. So if you X away this, you're not going to be able to edit the document, and that'll make you sad. So when you open this, you may have to hit enable editing here at the top. That's what I have to do. Okay, here's the top cover. This is the e-cover. You can change this out if you want. You would click this and you would click format, and you can change you can change it here. I know I can right click and hit change picture, and then from a file, and I can pick a totally different image if I want. I like this for the purpose of my branding, but if you were looking for something, say, more masculine, then you might want to change that out. That's totally up to you. I happen to like it, so we're going to leave it. Now, this is the area where you can edit it, and I always just do a quick read through of a workbook and see if there's anything I really want to change, or if I don't agree with something, I might edit it. Because I wrote all this content, I already know I agree with most of it, but I might change the fonts. I don't use the impact font, and I don't really care for it. So I might just change that. And then I'm going to hit Format Painter and do that with the others. I don't mind Arial. I actually like that font, so we're going to leave that be. And I'm just changing the top area, just the post titles. Let's see. Okay, and then I'm going to do it one more time. Okay, now all the post titles look closer to what I like. Okay, now I'm going to hit File, because the thing is that you, like I said, you can go through and edit it. I already kind of know what I am not going to use from a package because I've created so many of these, so I don't have to do a heavy edit on this. I'm going to hit now. I have the workbook. I can upload it as is to my website as a doc, but the problem is that's going to leave it open for everybody to edit. And also sometimes opening a doc is a little squeegee. You can get a virus that way. So I don't ever upload a document and expect other people to open it. I just save it as a PDF, and I'm actually going to show you how to do that right quick because this is super easy. We're going to hit File. We're going to hit Save As. We're going to hit, I'm going to save it in the journal workbook area. That's fine. And then I just clicked this area up here, but you can actually click down here and click PDF right here. Save. Okay. Awesome. And then it's going to open the copy of my PDF for me. Yay. Now, the one thing I am going to do, I like my PDF, but I am going to, I want to check the chat real quick in just a second. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to close this and open it over here. See, I have the PDF in the original folder. I'm going to right click. I'm going to retitle this just with, I want to do it all lowercase, and instead of spaces, I'm going to use dashes. And that's because when I upload this online, it'll do a lot of gobbledygook in my link unless I use my little dashes instead of spaces. You may have noticed this before on something you've downloaded. It'll say like sequences dash 20% dash 4 dash, and it'll all this mess, and I don't really care for that. Okay, and I left the PDF open. Okay, now I'll resave. Okay, actually, whoops. So I'm going to make all this lowercase and with dashes to just keep it kind of simple. So I'm going to do that. Okay, now we have it. I'm going to double click open, make sure it opens okay. Yep. So all is good. Okay, let's edit this. Now I'm going to go over here to my website. There are tons and tons and tons of ways you can save this. But first, I'm going to pause before I do anything else. Yes, you do want to look at your rights first. Very excellent point. Thank you, Rachel, for sharing that. And remove spaces in PDF file name, replace with dashes. Yes, that's correct. I wish there were a way for me to put my chat on the side. Maybe, will it let me put it on the side there while I work? Hey,
Yeah,
it'll stay.
Did it stay? Okay, good.
Yes, it did.
Anyone feel like they have any questions right now, or is everybody kind of grasping this? I just want to say I really like the way that you explain things, Avery, and I love words like gobbledygook and if you don't click this, you'll be sad. And I think like that resonates with me. So I love it. Audrey says she also likes your teaching style. Thank you for your feedback, Audrey. All right, well, I don't think we don't seem to have any questions coming in, so please, at your leisure.
Okay then. So now I have my PDF that I was telling you guys about. We have it right here. I'm going to pull up my website. You can upload your PDF anywhere you want, including Amazon S3. That gets a bit technical though. So if you've never done that, I don't want to overwhelm you. So I'm just going to upload this straight into my WordPress dashboard. If you're super techie, feel free to use Amazon S3 or whatever else you want. We're just keeping it simple today, okay? So I'm going to go into media, and don't let the word media throw you here. You can upload just about anything into your media library in WordPress. Most people think of pictures, but you can add PDFs, you can add videos, you can add MP3 and other audio formats. It's basically any media, any digital media you can think of can be plopped into your library right here. So I'm going to click Add New here, select Files. I'm going to, oh, that's one in progress. Don't look. Okay, creating sequences. Let's see, it's under Content Perks and our journal workbook. And you notice we have 3 icons here. These have W for them. They both do. That means that's a Microsoft Word document. And that's a Microsoft Word document. And this is the PDF. We want to upload the PDF, as I talked about. We don't want the Microsoft Word document. So I'm going to upload the PDF. While this uploads, Greg had a question. Why did you have to remove the spaces and add dashes? I have uploaded PDF files to websites with upper and lower case, as well as spaces between the words without any issues. This is true. You can do it that way, Greg. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do it because it creates a line if I don't. Basically, this is my link now. I'm gonna pull my link. This is the link to the PDF hosted on my website now. And I don't know if you can see it, but right up here is the link with dashes and lowercase. This is just good practice. It's not required in any shape, form, or fashion. I am always a huge, huge fan of just taking action regardless. If I were to upload this with spaces, though, it would do something like this between every word. Look, something kind of like this. And so it would just be confusing to look at. And the reason I don't want to do something like that is just because I'm not a huge entity like, say, Amazon. Amazon, if you send me a link with some like little googly-gook and I recognize it's from Amazon, I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to go, okay, whatever. But I'm not Amazon. I don't have that same level of instant customer trust. I want them to know what they're going for. And that means I want them to know that I am trustworthy and all that. I want them to be able to read my link and understand what they're headed towards. Does that answer the question, Greg? Does that help? So I guess at the end of the day, it really is more for aesthetics and making it look trustworthy than anything. But you can totally upload it with caps and lower cases, and you can do it with spaces. I am huge fan. Always take imperfect action beats, waiting until the perfect moment every single time. So take action. I'm proud of you. Doesn't matter if it's perfect. All right, now I have uploaded this to my website. And the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and create a blog post. I'm going to go over here to, that's pages, over here in posts. I'm going to hit add new. And I'm going to pull up, I still have the workbook here. And the blog posts are the exact same ones that we find in the, what do I call it? The blog posts are the exact same ones I find in the workbook. So this area up until journal your thoughts is the exact same blog post. I'm going to use the whole thing. Understanding the power of an email sequence. I'm going to just copy paste it. Nothing fancy here. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to copy paste here as well. Now, the thing about using PLR is that you are free to edit, add, and change anything you want. Did I hit paste? Okay. So I could open with the story from my own life. I might say, I'll say when I first got started online, I would send out a single message about a product or service I thought was cool. But I didn't really hear anything back from my subscribers. Until my mentor, Kelly McCausey, taught me that I needed to be using email sequences in my marketing. There we go. All right, and that's just a brief intro story from my life. You don't have to include one. I like to because it personalizes the content a little bit. Okay, this area, this is meant to be subheadings. Oh, I'm seeing a little. Okay, this is meant to be subheadings. Right here, it's just going to bold it. I'm going to move that a little bit. I'm going to hit preview. Okay. Okay, and here is what the post will look like. Obviously, it's not done yet. This I want to stand out. It's already bolded, but I like my subheadings to be a bit bigger, so I'm going to select it. I'm going to hit paragraph heading 3 here. That's what I typically use. You can use any heading you want. It's no biggie, but I just like the way 3 looks. I have it specially formatted for my site. And I am using the version of WordPress that does not have Gutenberg. I'm in Classic Editor. So if you do use Gutenberg, this may look a little different on your end. So I just selected OK. I'm going to enter because that looks a little thick there, that paragraph. All right, now I'm at the bottom of the post. I'm going to add some graphics. Let's see, which graphics did Sam include? Okay. An email sequence creates consistency. That's pretty, Sam. And you want your subscribers want to hear from you. Okay. So now, I'm going to go over here.
Real quick, if I could just say, guys, and so the images that you're seeing, those are made by Samantha Angel, and she is phenomenal. I've worked with her before, and she's just an amazing person. If anyone needs any graphics or images, I don't know if she's taking clients, but I'd be more than happy to start a conversation with her on your behalf. Feel free to let me know after the power hour. And also Kelly McCausey, she is a name that my folks are really familiar with because she is my mentor as well. So they're always hearing Kelly McCausey.
Yes, I love Kelly.
I do too.
Kelly, she is just amazing. And Sam's such beautiful work with her graphics. I'm always so awed by what she comes up with.
Yeah, she is, and she is like, she gets to it, she gets it done really well, and she's also, you know, one of the reasons that I like to recommend folks to you guys is because sometimes when you outsource, it's like a hit or miss. Is this person going to deliver on time? Is this person going to, you know, give the quality that I'd like? And I think it's really important that we can go off of recommendations of other people that we trust. So,
oh yeah, and
it was great.
Sam just knocks it out of the park. Yeah,
She really does.
I agree totally. She's just phenomenal. Love working with her. I really enjoy that. Okay, so where were we? I think we were gonna add the graphics right quick, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we have our post. We have copy pasted. We have personalized it just a smidge. And now I want to add the graphics. The graphics, you can add them into your post as is, no editing or changing needed if you want to. I personally like to take Sam's graphics and I like to brand them, because let's say this graphic, this beautiful graphic here, goes viral. I want my logo and my name attached to that. I want the traffic and the eyeballs back on me. And this is PLR, so I have that right. The first thing I'm going to do this is I'm going to go over here to Canva. And Canva has both a free and a premium version, so feel free to use either one that works. I'm going to hit create a design. You can actually, I don't know if there's a way to upload it to edit it in Canva. I don't know if it'll actually upload you. I'm going to hit custom dimensions. I'm just going to hit 1200 by 1200. I know that's a little bit bigger than what Instagram looks for. Actually, you can actually do 48 now. But I'm just going to do 1200 by 1200 to keep it simple. I'm going to hit over here. I have, okay, they've changed the icons for me. Uploads. I'm going to upload an image. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab the images. They were stored under content. Remember, content, shareable graphics. I don't want the PSDs because I'm editing the main actual image. I'm going to let this upload to Canva. And again, this is all features you can do free or premium. So there are a couple other ways you can do this, but I'm just going to do it this way because it's easiest. I'm going to grab and drag once it's uploaded. I'm just going to pop it right in there. See? And it just adjusts. Now I'm going to upload an image. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back to my desktop, and I have a photo. Okay, I have a logo here. I actually have my logo already made in black, a charcoal-like color, and a white. Because this image uses white, I'm going to grab the white logo. It's going to upload here. And you can do the exact same thing if you have a logo. Just upload it to the site. You can see here, it's going to be a little bit big. There's a group chat over there. It's going to be a little bit big. I'm going to adjust it. And again, you can do this in Canva yourself. It's whatever you want to do with it, free or premium, doesn't matter. I'm going to put it, you can put it anywhere. You might have a specific section, say maybe you always put it in this corner or that corner. I like doing it more towards the middle here. Okay, and I don't freak out too much about the placement of it. I just put it wherever and let it be. Then I'm going to hit download. Okay, I'm going to move this. PNG is suggested. Do not click transparent background. It'll hide the actual image and then you'll be sad again. Okay, so PNG and then just click download. And it will take a second. It's going to say preparing your, whoop, I lost the page. Hold on. Okay. Then it's going to pop up and it's going to ask you where you want to save it. I'm going to save it, creating sequences, image 1. I'm just going to save it. And you notice I use dashes and lowercase again, just to make it pretty. Okay. And there are actually 2 pictures in this one that we could use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload an image. I'm going to pull Avery. I'm going to go back to my desktop with my creating sequences. I'm going to hit shareable graphics again, social graphics, and this one. I'm going to let this upload. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to pull this over here. Okay. And here you can see my logo is still here, but I don't really like the way it looks. I think it looks a little cluttered right there. So I'm going to move it over here. Going to just move it over here in the corner. And you, like I said, you can resize this bigger or smaller depending on what you need. I'm going to leave it right there, actually, in this corner. Now, the cool thing is, I believe, okay, if this happens to you, don't freak out. We're just going to hit undo right quick. I lost my chat box. Where did my friends go? Oh no.
If you hover down at the bottom, there should be a bubble for chat, and then hopefully it will stick.
There's a bubble for chat. Where might I find the bubble for chat?
If you hover towards the bottom of the screen, a black bar will appear, and it has like your mute button, your video button at the bottom of the screen, and then it's got invite participants, share, and then your chat bubble.
Okay. Yeah, it gives me the option. It says chat, but I wish they would let me pin it. Okay, well that's okay. I'll keep pulling you guys up. I will not leave you guys alone.
If it helps, we don't have any questions right now. Also, guys, do you see how easy this is, what Avery's doing? I know we've done a little bit with Canva before, but as you can see, it's as easy as you have one image, you drop it over, you put your brand there, and then instead of having to do it all over again, you just pull up your next image and throw it over there, and your brand automatically comes up, and you just move the brand around. It's really, really simple. So I appreciate that trick, Avery. Thank you very much for that.
Well, I'm glad to help. I love Canva. It's so easy to use, and it really is like my secret weapon.
Me too.
Right? Okay, and then this, I'm going to save this image again, because like I said, there were two in this. We're gonna pop this. I popped it. I think I may have clicked on something wrong. So I'm gonna hit download again. Move this over here. Again, do not click transparent background. We're letting the design, I'm just gonna let this go for a second. Okay, there we go. Oh, I can move that. Okay. Now this would be, let's see, that was creating sequences image 1. So I'm just gonna save this as creating sequences image 2, just to keep everything simple for us and easy to remember. Okay, when you have it downloaded, you can hit X here. All right, now I'm gonna leave Canva up just in case I wanna change something on the fly, right? I don't anticipate having to do that right now, but if I wanted to, I could leave that there. So I'm gonna go back to my area. You can add your images anywhere you want in your post. I like to do one at the very top and then one at the very bottom. Let's see, okay. This is opening up into the social graphics folder. I think I saved it onto my desktop. Yes, I did. Okay, and this is the branded version. Okay. We're uploading this. It's uploading. I'm going to, this is your alt text. You can describe the image if you want. You don't have to. You can leave the title alone. I don't worry too much about that. I don't worry about a caption, description, or even the link. The only thing I really pay attention to here is the alignment settings. I like to center mine, but you can definitely put it wherever you want. Now, this image is 1200 by 1200, which is big, okay? But WordPress now automatically adjusts the image size for the screen size. So if you were to view this post on, say, a mobile device, this would automatically shrink the image to about 300 pixels by 300 pixels. But because I'm on a desktop, WordPress says, hey, we don't need to shrink it. Let's just leave it about this size. And I say, okay. So yay, WordPress knows what it's doing these days. So now I have it right here. I have this first image in. I'm going to go ahead and put a second image in. I like to do my second image about halfway through. So let's do about halfway through. Let's just do it here. I'm going to hit add media, upload files again. I'm going to grab email sequence 2. Going to, okay, I'm just waiting till that pops open and it previews for me. I like to wait till it does that. I don't actually think that's required. Yep, okay, that's a very pretty preview. Thank you, Sam, for your beautiful work. Okay, alignment center. Again, you can put this left, right, whatever you want. I like centering images and I like keeping them big, so I'm going to leave it on full size. Okay, I'm going to check my little email marketing category here. I'm going to preview it one more time just to see what it looks like with the images inside. This is, I like to do a final preview so that I can change anything if I need or want to before. I'm not really seeing anything that I need to change. I'm happy, I like it. The one thing I do want to do is remember that image we talked about. I go back here to content perks, the promo graphic. This, I love this graphic here that Sam designed. I'm going to add it to the bottom of my post. I'm going to do, here I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom. And I'm actually going to show you how to set all this up. Select content perks, journal and workbook. Oops, I'm not in journal and workbook. I meant to go to grab the graphic. Okay, and you notice there are two different icons here. And this one is the PSD file. It makes it editable to the world. You don't want to upload that one. You want to upload this one. It says JPG, and it has a white icon versus this like blue looking one. Okay, so I'm going to upload this. I'm going to scooch this over here. I am going to center this full size, and it's at the bottom of my post. It's looking nice. We're getting there. I'm going to go ahead and check the permalink here. You can change it to wherever, to whatever you want. I like email sequence. Okay. I'm going to hit publish on this post. And then I'm going to go to my website over here. Now, all the pieces are not in place yet, so we are not done working, but that's okay. I like getting the first post up so that we have a place. I'm not going to drive traffic or anything to it until we're ready to actually send out those emails. So until we have all this neatly uploaded. Now what I'm going to do is I am actually going to log into my Weber account. Hold on, I have my password right here. Let's see, let me grab 1 second. I used to use one of those, what do you call them? I'm not sure what you call them now. Oops, I'm trying to find my password, just grabbing that right quick. Let's see, I hid it away somewhere.
Don't you hate it? I do that too. I hide things in a special place and they're never seen again.
Right?
Yeah, I'm notorious for that at my house. Does anyone have any questions while Avery's giving that information? Everyone seems to be really understanding and grasping what you're teaching us here, so I really appreciate that.
I'm glad. I try to go slow and think about it from a beginner's perspective and not bog it down with jargon or anything. I don't want to make this intimidating for you guys, you know? Okay, I have used this image, so I'm going to go ahead and close down Canva, close down Canva. I'm going to go ahead and close down Dropbox. You don't have to close all these tabs. I just try and keep it neat. Okay, I'm going to go to Aweber, and I think I found my password. Let's see. Maybe one more over here. I hate typing in a password on camera because I'm always like, don't repeat it out loud. You know, I don't know if you guys are like that.
Yeah, like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So this is my main list, Avery Wilmer subscribers. I can create a message, but that'll send out a broadcast to my people. And I want to actually create a campaign, and that's usually over here. And a campaign just means that when someone subscribes to my list for that particular freebie, that they will get this series of campaigns. So I'm actually going to create a campaign right here. I hit new campaign. Okay, you have to name the campaign. You can change this later. I always try to name it something I will remember later. So email sequences freebie. Okay, that way when I go to look for it later, I'll be able to see it. Now, this is your campaign. You can choose to start it on subscribe or when a tag is applied. That's going to be a little more technical than we're going to talk about today. I just hit on subscribe. Okay. And that's what you're going to do if you've never, ever used. Okay, so the first thing I want to do when someone subscribes is I want to send them a message. I'm going to click over here, create a message, drag and drop email builder. You can use plain text message or HTML editor. I don't ever use those. I don't know how they work. So I just always use drag and drop email editor because that's just kind of simple. So I'm going to upload this. While that loads, I'm going to go back into my folder. I'm going to go back. I think it's under content perks here. Content perks. Looking for it. Email autoresponder. It's right here. Yes, it was under content perks. Okay. And this I'm going to pull open is basically, I'm going to hit enable editing again, is the 3 emails that I'm going to send to my subscribers once they sign up for my list to get this workbook from me. Okay, so here's the subject. Here's your bonus workbook. I'm going to paste this right into the subject line. Okay, I'm going to grab the text here. I'm going to paste it. Okay, I always say hey, I don't say hi, so I'm going to change that to say hey. I'm also going to change this to say first name fix so that it will show correctly. Okay, now I'm so pumped. Maybe I wouldn't use that word. I like the word excited. I'm so excited that you signed up for the email creating sequences for email marketing workbook. You learn how to write emails, it tells your brand story and sells your products. Let's dig in. Awesome. Okay, now you see this is download your PDF guide. I'm going to select this. I'm going to bold it. I like to bold my links. You don't have to. I'm going to hit link. Then I'm going to go back over here. Right here to my PDF link. And that I uploaded to WordPress. If you've lost this link, okay, let's say maybe you accidentally closed the tab, you can always access it again from your dashboard. You just hit dashboard, media library, or even if you just click media, it'll open up your library. Then I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click this link right here. I'm just going to click copy. I'll actually open that in a new tab for you so you can see it again. All right. I'm going to copy this link. So if you ever lose the link to this, just go back in WordPress and you'll have it again. Okay. So back to Aweber. I'm going to paste the URL here. Okay. Now this has a little sign off area. I'll say, because I always say your content marketing coach. You can sign off however you want. This says just hit reply to this message or reach out to me on Facebook. So I'm going to copy paste a link to my Facebook. And I keep my graphics over here on my website. I'm just going to copy link address on Facebook. Oops. Oh no. Oh no, I think I accidentally hit unshare. Hold on.
It's okay. You got it? Oh, good.
Yes, the black bar tormented me.
Yeah, it does that sometimes.
I'm gonna be at the bottom of the screen. Okay. So I wanted my Facebook link here. You could change this easily to say, or reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram, whatever you want, and link to it, or you could even remove that entirely. You don't have to keep it there. This is your content marketing coach. I will add a paragraph here. Sign in. I use Wise Stamp to do my little ending here, my signature. And the reason I do that is just because it looks pretty and I don't have to reinsert my picture every single time because that kind of gets a little clunky and old in Aweber. So I'm going to hit save changes here. I've already designed an email signature in Wise Stamp. Hit done. And then I'm just going to grab the HTML section of it. I'm going to click this source area. You click source when you have HTML to insert in the message, which I'm going to do. And there's my picture. And the reason I use my picture is for branding purposes. You know, it helps remind people who I am, because while people will remember your name, when they have a face to associate it with it, that connection is so much stronger. So I always try to include my face. And now I'm going to hit save and exit. Okay. And then because this is an email sequence of 3 emails, I would actually space it out. So I would say wait about 3 to 4 days before doing the next action. Then I click send a message. And then I would click drag and drop email builder, and I would keep doing this. I will do this right quick just to give you a quick example really fast. Now I'm going to say, did you grab your gift? This is a follow-up message because believe it or not, people do sign up for lists and they totally forget they did that. So they might sign up for your gift and then maybe they get distracted by something or someone and they totally forget to go back and download it. So I always say, hey, and you are like, you can see what I'm doing. You can see from what I've done that you are free to customize or personalize these any way you want. You could include a bit about yourself. Because this tutorial, we're probably not going to have time to do that. I'm not going to sit here and customize it heavily in front of you. I'm just going to grab my PDF link. Add that. Oh, it disappeared. Okay, here we go. Here's your bonus workbook. I want this message. Okay, choose message. It was the message I was just working on. Select. Okay, I'm going to click it. They're going to let me navigate back to it. Yes! Awesome. I just accidentally clicked out. Okay. Send me a message on Facebook. Or just send me a message. I'm just going to say send me a message and we can chat. Oops, paragraph. Grab this. I just leave Y-stamp open a lot of times as I'm doing emails to my list. That kind of simplifies everything for me. Okay. Just want to take that dead space. I'm going to save and exit now. And there's another message. I'm not going to make you guys sit through it again, but I would do like in another 3 days. I'm going to hit save and exit on the campaign, but you would typically upload all the emails. I'm not going to make you guys sit through me doing it 3 times. Okay. This email sequences freebie is in draft right now. I'm going to hit activate campaign. Once I click activate, it means when people sign up for my list, they'll actually get this. Now I'm going to hit, you can see right here, down here, I want it so that when people click here for access, it's going to pop up. Right now, if I click it, nothing's happening, which bums me out. So let's click over here. I'm going to go to sign up forms. I'm going to create a sign up form. Okay, you can use any type you want here. That's kind of cool. So we'll just go low template. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Okay, pop-up behavior default. Pops open in form on new window. Let's see, form type. There's a way to get it to pop for me. Might be under my settings here. Do you know what I'm talking about, Rachel? I always delete all
I actually don't. I am like Aweber defunct. I don't. I barely get Aweber. So no, I don't.
Okay, that's all right. No biggie. I'm going to remove that field only because it was bugging me. You don't have to remove a field. I like sign up instead of submit. I find that it tends to generate more things. If you click submit, sometimes people don't know what you're talking about. They don't know what they're agreeing to. Under settings here, I'm going to leave it as my web form for that. That's fine. I don't care. I'm going to save my form because they always tell me to save my form before I publish it. Under design, I'm going back to design because there's a way that I'm supposed to click it. Submit button. Nope. Oops, sorry. I lost here's my button. Okay, form type, inline. No, this is a light box. Pop up. Here we go. No, opens in a new window. So one of these hovers within the web page, usually unblockable. I do not like the unblockable ones. I'm going to do light box then. I'm going to hit save form, publish. I saved it already. Sometimes they do that to me. They're mean. Okay, snippet of that. Ooh. So I'm going to go back to my post. I'm going to hit all posts. I'm going to hit edit, understanding the power of it. Okay. And there is a way to link this. I'm just looking, I'm gonna paste this here. Gosh, forgive me. I don't always remember the exact code to get this done. I think maybe this is it. I actually have this code stashed away somewhere on my desktop, I believe. Okay. My wonderful workshop. Okay. Okay. That's not it there. May have stashed away in here. Pop-up box code, yep. Okay. So then this is my code here. So, okay, what I do is immediately after, okay, I'm gonna put this up. You have to do the, a little bit of gobbledygook right in front of the image text. I will be happy to post this for you guys. So I'm gonna do that. I'm going to, this is actually, this will let it pop up. I only know this, I know you might be looking at this thinking, well, how does she know this? I only know this because I have had to do it before and it nearly killed me the first time around. Oops, we have chat, yay. Anita says, we're brave to do this live, going step by step and reviewing this, thank you. Well, hi Anita, we're so glad to have you here. I'm glad to do step by step. I love this sort of stuff. It's fun to me. And I enjoy teaching others how to use their PLR. So I get a real kick out of this. All right, so now I have the code in here. And like I said, the only reason I know how to do this is because of trial and error. More error than anything at first, but I eventually learned. I'm gonna hit update my post once I have my code in there. Okay. Then I want to go back to the post. As you can see, nothing's happening. That's because I haven't refreshed the page. I'm going to go all the way up here. I'm going to do a hard refresh, which is a Control F5. Oh no, it popped up too soon. I want it to pop up only on click. Okay, let me go back. That's a problem with Aweber because I didn't tell it what to do right. Display options defaults. No. Current always display. No. Maybe it's popover, hovers within the web page. It's one of these. Okay, let me try popover, save your form. Okay, because see, it's very possible I just saved it incorrectly. I'm gonna do another hard refresh. Let's see if it pops back up. Oh, it does. Well, dang. You're only supposed to appear on shoot. Oh, you know what? There are two settings to this. Show advanced settings. There are two elements to this because I did this before and you'll have to forgive me. I don't do this all of the time. I only just do it sometimes. Understanding power of how to create. Okay, I'm just looking for when I did this on previously. It may have been my affiliate marketing series. Was it my affiliate marketing series? I'm not sure where I put this code because there is code to do this correctly. Okay. I think maybe I have it here at one point. Oh, I lost it. Okay. Well then, shoot.
Fun times, yeah.
Yes, all this way, and I don't remember how I did this. Oh, hey, now it works. No way. Okay, let's Control F5 this. Okay, so it's gonna pop up here. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna let it pop up there. You're okay. And then if I click here, it pops up again. Yay, we got it. Woohoo. Okay, so the reason it pops up here is because I need to add a little bit of JavaScript that tells it to delay. And typically you add that down all the way down in header scripts and body scripts. We're not going to go and deal with all of that. There's a way to delay it. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay. Because, and the reason I'm not worried about that is because there is a clear X here. So I like that. If a light box is not where I can hit an X, then it really irritates me as a consumer. So I always try to make sure there's an X. As long as there's an X, I don't freak out about it, okay? So now, if presumably, if someone scrolls all the way to the bottom of my post, they like it, they hit click here for access, they sign up. I'm actually going to do this through another account. Sign up. Okay, confirm link. I'm going to sign into my inbox. You guys are going to see me on here signing up. Okay, and this should send me a link asking me to confirm. You're going to see my inbox here. Confirm your subscription. Okay, I'm going to confirm my email. Okay, and right here. Here is my bonus workbook. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Here's your bonus workbook. And this is what they'll get. So now if I click download your PDF guide, yay, we did it. We have the content upgrade uploaded and people can work through it. They can use it, work through it. They can even hit reply on my message and ask me questions. They can reach out to me on Facebook or they can go back to my website if they want. So now that we have finished that, do we have any questions?
Yeah, guys, feel free to let us know if you have any questions in the chat box. And while you are pondering that, I just hope that I really want you guys to see how powerful what Avery just did was. You know, in less than an hour, she walked us through grabbing your PLR, throwing it into a blog post, creating your nurture sequence, your free gift, all of that. And now that she has that set up, every time somebody subscribes to that, they're not only going to get their PDF, but 3 days later, they're going to automatically get tapped again. 3 days later, they're going to get tapped again. And Avery could be on a beach somewhere, and this is still going to be happening. So this is the power of having a nurture sequence. Anybody have anything specific they want to ask Avery while we still have her genius with us today? Or just any thoughts on the overall presentation? Audrey says that the email sequence is definitely something she needed to see and start implementing. She says, thank you, Avery. Audrey, me too. So I'm thinking of actually making a challenge within the group for us to get cracking on that because I think it's such an important thing that Avery showed us today. Anyone else have any thoughts before we wrap up with Avery? Now, guys, remember when we do these power hours, we don't have these expert guests except for an hour. Their time is really precious. So if you can think of anything, now's the time to ask. If anything comes up after the hour ends, please let me know, and I'll serve as a go-between between you and Avery and ask away for you. Okay, I think that everybody loved it. I know that they loved it. So Avery, let's talk really quick about what you do as far as how can my folks get your expertise from here on out?
Well, I have over at averywilmer.com. I have a PDF planner. It's a mini little PLR planner that shows you kind of a few ways to implement your PLR, kind of like what we talked about here today, only in text. And I also have the option to work with me to sort through your PLR stash and actually implement it. I love, love, love doing that with people. And, you know, I've create PLR, so I've seen stashes, you know, that are huge, hundreds and thousands of products, and I help people sort them and start using them. And I love that. I really get a kick out of it. One thing, you know, I wanted to mention this too earlier. The thing about a sequence is that you can tell from email that you have from White Label Perks here, it doesn't have to be long, your nurture sequence. 2 or 3 paragraphs is more than enough. You know, just a quick, hey, how are you doing today? Your link, and then sign off. So super, super simple. Don't make it complicated or complex.
I really like that, Avery. Don't overcomplicate things. I think that should be my motto. I think for a lot of us, maybe that should be our motto, because it's so easy to overstress instead of just getting it out there. Now, so we do have, everyone, if you do choose to work with Avery, which, by the way, as you can tell, I'm a big fan. So if you do choose to work with Avery personally, we do have a special coupon for our group only. And we have the link in the chat box. And your coupon is PLR Power, all one word, all caps. So thank you so much, Avery, for your time. I really appreciate it. And everyone, please feel free to grab that free planner from Avery, free PLR planner. It's very valuable, and that way you can also kind of keep in touch with her. More than anything, though, I think that if you have PLR that you are looking to get off of your hard drive and put to use and start profiting from, I would really seriously consider taking some time to work with Avery. Coaches are so important. You hear me talk about Kelly all the time. It's super, super important that you have someone to kind of hold your hand and show you what to do, so then you have the power to do it over and over and over again. Any final thoughts, Miss Avery?
Not that I can think of. Just don't overthink it, babe.
Don't overthink it, babe. I love it. All right. Thank you very much, Avery. I appreciate it so much. Guys, this has been our weekly PLR Power Hour for useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. If anyone has any questions after the hour is over, please reach out to me at rachel@useplr.com. Audrey says, thank you for your time, Avery. All right, everybody. Have a great week. Next week, we will be meeting on in our Facebook group, the Use PLR members group, for a live Facebook session instead of here in our Zoom room. Charlene Burke is going to be talking to us in that live session, so it's going to be a little bit different than usual. Oh, yes, Anita, you're more than welcome. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Please feel free to join us next week as well. Same time, but over in our Facebook group. Anyone who is not in our Facebook group, it's facebook.com/useplr members group. All right. Thank you, Avery. I appreciate you so much. And I will make sure that everyone in our group who hears the replays knows just all the wonderful stuff that you've got for us. All right, guys. Enjoy your week. Again, Avery, thank you very, very much. Have a great week, everybody.
Very welcome. Bye, guys.
Bye.